Hello, lovely gamers, and welcome to this very first Holy Grail Games unboxing video. Today I'm here to show you the contents of the box of Museum. We are so excited to have finally received the game and all of the expansions here at our office, so today I'm going to be showing you what's in the box. So, for the sake of expediency, I have removed all of the plastic cling wrap. Obviously, this will make everything go a little bit faster for you guys at home. But the idea is to just be able to show you what it is that you'll be getting when you buy a box of Museum, or of course if you back the Kickstarter and you are going to be receiving a box at home. So here we go. So this is the overall box, obviously with the lovely spot varnish. So the front of the box, I shall show you like this on our close-up. It'll be easier for you all to see. So you have all of the back text. So, without further ado, let's take a look. So, on top of the box, obviously, you start with the rulebook. Let me just give this a little push out of the way so that you guys can see a bit more easily. So, it's the rulebook of the game. I'm not going to show you every page, but just give you an idea of how it all looks. So, lots of lovely illustrations in there. Great work from our graphic design team. Next up, we have the main game board, which I will try and unfold if I can. There we go. So that's quite large, but we're really happy with the matte finish, the way all of the illustrations look on here. It's just generally a great looking object. We hope you guys will love it as much as we do. Amazing work by Vincent Dutrait on everything in the game, we have to say, but we are especially in love with the board. Now, these are the player boards, which are in laminated cardstock. So for any of you guys who would like to see what the sort of thickness and consistency is, they are pretty thick. They are nicely laminated. I think that these will be really durable at home, so we hope that you guys will be really happy with these as well. The benefit here is that they do lay nice and flat. We've obviously tested these extensively and we are super happy with the way they look. The material they're made out of means that you get really, really clear print on there. Yeah, so we're super happy with those. So obviously you have all of the different colours. So this one is the Parisian Museum, so the text is in French. We have the German Museum with the text in German for player green. And we have the Museum of London, which is also in English. So next up we have the little experts board. So this one is in punchboard and just sits nice and flat on the table either at the top of the board, at the side of the board, wherever you guys have room for it on your gaming table. And punchboard. So you'll all be getting a sheet of punchboard like this. We have the prestige tokens here. We have the different, so we have the embargo token and the customs token, which is a link to the event cards. We have the player tokens here. These are the basic punchboard player tokens. And then we have the dreaded public opinion. So these are really nice quality little card tokens as well. I'll lay a few out on the table here so that you can all have a look. And, ooh, public opinion. So I'm especially in love with the embargo token. I think that this looks really impressive when it's laid on the table, when you get that dreaded continent closed event card. That's a real bummer when that one comes out, but it does look really impressive. The prestige tokens have got a nice little ridged cut there around the sides, so we're really happy with the way those came out too. Little player tokens, which will let you all keep track of your scores as the game continues. And the public opinion tokens, which have a 2 points of public opinion side and a 1 point of public opinion side. So let me just move these out of the way and we'll move on to the insert. So this is the box insert. You have enough room to put all of your cards away in here nice and neatly, and possibly even a couple of the expansions as well. If you bought the museum expansions, we purposely made it quite roomy so that you could put some extra things in there if you would like. So Each continent deck has its own little space, so I won't show you all of the cards because you guys have already had the opportunity to look at most of the illustrations during the campaign, but so all of the cards have, just pop those down for a minute, the nice linen finish that we were telling you guys about, so they are nice quality cards there. So we have Europe, we have America, so again, the three different civilizations that are included in each continent, and of course the dreaded public opinion cards, which are at the back of each continent deck. Obviously, I unwrap these cards in advance just to show you guys a bit more quickly what the contents of the box is, but you guys will be able to figure it all out very easily when you receive yours, I'm sure. So next up we have the headline cards and the patron cards. So these are the little individual challenges that you get during the game. And then the headline cards, which are the events. You draw a new one of these at the start of each round. In this little gap here we have the lovely expert cards. So these are much smaller cards, but these are the experts that you can purchase during the game to go into your museum and give you extra bonuses. So they have their own little slot as well. Put those away. And then last but not least, we have this little deck here, which is the gaming aids to help you keep track of what your turns are and also how the scoring will work for your different collections. And then we have the favor cards. These are great and give you little extra powers during the game. So definitely keep an eye on those. And for the main box, that is pretty much it. Obviously, you'll be able to pop all of your tokens into the individual spaces here. I'll just pop all this back away. Obviously, you guys will not be keeping the punch board, I'm sure. You'll be putting everything away and throwing away that punch board. And there you have it. That is the what's in the box for the main box of Museum. So, without further ado, let's move on to the expansions. Starting with Black Market. So, Black Market is an expansion for Museum in which you'll be able to do things that are a little bit more underhanded, a little bit more aggressive. So this is quite a fun little expansion. We hope that all of you guys that have bought it will be as happy with it as we are. Just pop the lid there. So you have your rulebook. You have your Black Market board. Just move this out of the way so that you can all see. So this is Punchboard. You will have all of the spaces for your Black Market cards to be laid out along there. So these will be the object and also the special favour cards that you'll be able to play during the game and the price at which they can be purchased. So basically the longer you wait for them, the cheaper they are, but the more risk you have of someone else getting them before you do. What else is in here? This is quite a big expansion. So you have a whole new deck of brand new object cards. So these are lovely object cards illustrated by the very talented Ekaterina Varlamov. And so she illustrated all of these. And then you also have your brand new favour cards. So you'll be able to see the favour cards obviously have a special back, but they've also got a special icon on them, which will help you from mixing them up, with the contents of the main box. For the other object cards, you'll see that for the most part they have something a bit unusual about them that will help you to keep them from getting mixed up with the rest of your game. So for example, only the Black Market cards have no domain in this way. So they will either have no domain or no civilization. So yeah, if you see anything unusual about that on the cards, so that's how you will know. Those back in there. And then last but most certainly not least, you have a small packet of cards in here which are additional character cards which come with this expansion, and then extra event cards, so all of which are marked with this small symbol to show that they are part of the Black Market expansion and not to be confused with the contents of the main box. Put that back in there. And there you have it. That is the contents of the Black Market expansion. Again, love that illustration on the cover by Vincent Dutrait. Gorgeous work. And moving on to the next one. World's Fair. World's Fair, I think, is probably my favourite cover art of the whole museum game. I love the colours. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But the cover is not what you're here for. Let's take a look at what's inside. So, inside your World's Fair expansion, you have, obviously, your rulebook. You have your pavilion boards. So there are 3 of them here. For a 4-player game, as you always lay out as many pavilions as there are players minus 1. So for a 4-player game, you play with 3. 3-player game is 2, etc. So they're each individually illustrated. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We expect nothing less from Vincent Dutrait at this point. So we have cards, more cards, always more cards. So you have a few new characters for the World's Fair expansion. You also have new events. So again, these come with their own logos. As you can see if I lay that down in here, they have a small green logo there, which indicates that they're part of the World's Fair expansion. And you also have the pavilion cards. So these are the challenge cards that will go in your pavilions and will state exactly what you need to bring together to create your fantastic exhibition that will earn you all extra points at the end of the game. So any player can contribute to that exhibition, and that's how that works. They're falling all over the place, never mind. You also get new favour cards. Again, these are marked with the green logo to show that they are part of the World's Fair expansion. Now, this is the only thing that we are not 100% satisfied with Museum, just this small element of the World's Fair expansion. We had originally planned to do something a little bit different with the clips for the cards. Unfortunately, the factory basically convinced us to go with this design as it helped just keep things quicker. The project was already running a little bit late and we wanted you guys to be able to have your games on time. We are not 100% satisfied with these clips, but we are looking for a solution right now. So all you guys that are watching, if you have any comments about the clips when you receive them, don't worry, we are going to be looking for a solution for this and we'll keep you all informed. Obviously, although these do not look as nice as we would like them to, they are completely playable. You can still play with your museum expansion. We just don't think they quite do justice to the rest of the style of the game. So we'll keep you posted on how that goes. Despair not. Okay. Moving on to the next expansion, the endless expansions for Museum. Next up we have Archaeologists. Again, gorgeous yellow box. Love this one as well. All looks really nice. But what's within? So within we have the rulebook. Obviously, you have your Archaeologists board. So this is what you are going to be using to show where in the world you are sending your different archaeologists, where they're going, what they're doing, and what kind of bonuses you're going to get depending on where they go. You will have your 2 little sheets of punch boards. So each colour player is going to get their little archaeologist standees. So these are obviously, you get 3 different designs, but the colour is the same. So it's really just to have a bit of fun and variety in there. So that's the size they are for reference hand. These are your little standees. So you get your little token. I've put her in upside down. That's not how it works at all. Pop her in there and there you go. She is ready to go. So you have plenty of room in the box. I would say you can put all of these in together and you never have to take them apart again, which really is what you want, isn't it? So that's how they work. And then you have your little extra packet of cards. So you get quite a few new experts for the Archaeologists expansion. Again, always little yellow logo this time that shows you that it's part of the archaeology expansion. So little yellow urn there to help you keep track of things. So you have your expert cards. Leave that little bit of plastic to the side for you. We also have new event cards. So again, yellow logo to show which expansion they belong to. And then you have your new favour cards, which are specific to this expansion. And again, always with the yellow logo to show which expansion they belong to. So there you are. That's quite a lot of content already for that expansion. I'm particularly in love with the little illustrations on here. I think having a bit of variety in any game is always nice, and it just adds a little bit of spice, really. I mean, when you're having illustrations by Vincent Dutrait, you want more as opposed to less, don't you really? So I'll pop that away. And last but not least, we have the People's Choice expansion. So this is a slightly bigger box. Obviously it needed to be slightly bigger because the extra board is in there. So this is the expansion that brings a couple of extra new mechanics to the game and it also lets you play with a 5th player. So let's open it up and see what we've got. We have got the rules. You have an extra player board here, so this is the purple player board. So again, just to show you guys how these sit nice and flat on the table. The one side, I believe this is Cyrillic. If I've got this wrong, I'm really sorry. I can't actually remember what language that is. And then we have Chinese on the other side. So these all give you new museum layouts to try as well. So when you pick a new colour, you're also giving yourself a potential extra challenge with a new board layout. All of the boards have that, by the way, for those of you who don't remember. There's a regular board side and then an alternative board side, which is a much harder challenge in terms of the main gallery, which is the one big coloured space that you need to fill out to get extra points at the end of the game. So, what else have we got? We have the extra archaeologists, in case you want to play the archaeologist expansion with 5 players. So with that, you get your archaeologists and you also get your extra standees. You have your extra player token and you have the People's Choice token, which is the little extra mechanic that you get in the People's Choice expansion, which is just another way to gain you points at the end of the game. So you also have the extra clips to be able to play the World's Fair expansion with a 5th player. You have, of course, your extra pavilion to be able to play with an extra player. So again, another new illustration by Vincent. Lovely work there. And then, last but not least, we have another new pack of cards. So these cards are the People's Choice cards here, which are new little challenge cards that you can fulfill during the game. So they have a new front and a new back. And then you have your extra set of gaming aids for your 5th player. So everything that you need to play your Games of Museum with a 5th player, plus a little bit of extra spice for you guys who have played hundreds of games of Museum and want to add something a little extra. Pop all that away for you guys. And there you have it. This is all of the non-Kickstarter exclusive content for Museum. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, we are present in the comments section of the Museum Kickstarter page. You can reach us on Facebook. You can contact us by email at contact@holygrail-games.com. And we are here to answer any questions that you might have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you're just as excited about getting your copies of Museum as we are. And we will be back very soon with a new museum video. Bye, everyone.